Okay, so in this video I decided to show you how I made my brake lines. Old ones, some of them were heavily corroded, some of them were fine, but now when I'm doing everything, I decided to rebuild all of them. Original ones are steel, obviously, and the new ones are copper nickel alloy. 90% copper, 10% nickel, very easy to bend, similar in diameter. Outside diameter is 4.75 millimeters. The thickness is 0.9 millimeter, and thus inner diameter is a little bit below 3 millimeters. Important for this tool, flaring tool. What else? So besides this new line that I bought in bulk, 10 meters, and it will be quite enough for complete Suzuki Samurai. I still have this amount left, and just these two lines to do. The others have been already built. Besides this line material, line tubes, I also bought from China these connectors. We have a male connector which comes to the bubble flare, and a female one which comes to the double flare. I will show in a moment, or you probably saw in other videos. And basically I think that's the same thing you got on all Japanese cars. So it's a DIN standard 4.75 millimeters line, and is either bubble or double flare. Okay, besides these two things that you need, you obviously need a flaring tool. This is this in combination, and pipe cutter to cut it cleanly. And this tool is used for bending, but this thing really easily bends, so if you are careful you can really do it with your hands also. But if you want to get picky, then you can also use this. I will show. Then when you cut these lines, then slight deburring, either with I use a combination of hand cleaning, hand drilling the end, and also this attachment here to little widen up the hole. Okay, so let's get started. How I do it: I take this meter here to measure the length of the original pipe tube, so line. So let's go. So this is 1 meter, and then approximately 3 centimeters, 103 centimeters. Next thing is we pull out, straighten it a bit, new line. Okay, and now next step, using the cutter. Okay, put it here. Tighten a bit, just a little bit, and a few turns until it's loose. Again, tighten, turn, tighten, turn, tighten. Okay, you probably don't see, but the line is now a little bit compressed, and we need to widen out and deburr this end, both of them. So first thing that I do is I take this drill bit, approximately 5 millimeters, then hand drill, not keep it like this in order to bits fall inside, but instead out, so something like this, and then do it by hand. Already it's much better. Then, as I said, using this to widen out a bit. And again, hand drill. That's it. Do it the other side. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, I forgot to tell. So, as I mentioned, two types of ends. This is double flare, and on the other side, bubble flare. It's meant that one goes, let's say, one into the other. Double flare tightened by female nut, and the bubble flare with male nut. Also, this one with male nut and bubble flare goes into calipers and stuff, so it's M10 times 1 millimeter thread. These ends, although they're shiny and they're yellow like copper, but they're actually steel, just copper plated from China. Okay. So next step is to decide from which end I will start. I might actually start from this end, doesn't matter, in which case we will make a double flare for a female nut. Okay, so let's take this thing, put into this tool. It needs to stick out this amount, like in other videos you probably saw. I don't think it's that sensitive, but okay. Once this is done, we need to tighten this. I replaced these original, where are they, nuts with regular hexa nuts, because it's pain in the ass to tighten them by hand, so I just use the wrench. That's it. There is no fear that it will smear or anything. It's really quite tight. Never once it pulled out or anything. Okay, so this is important. This small tool, with the kit you get a number of different tools, obviously for larger lines, larger diameters, but this smallest one is what we need. If you check the diameter of this thing that needs to enter into the tube is 3 or 2.95, which theoretically should fit in, because this is 4.75 minus 2 times 0.9, the thickness of the shell, whatever, and unfortunately it doesn't go that easy. Moreover, I had to make a small chamfer here, so I grinded and polished it a bit, if you see here. So, and even now it's a little bit hard to get it inside. So what I do, put a little bit of oil, hammer, and that chamfer was really important, not to smear inside and gall the metal, so that we do not damage it inside. That's it. Now we take the second tool. Okay, put it like here, like this, and then turn. And it's gone to the end, and that's it. You now stop with this. We take a sharp screwdriver just to get in here, because it's now press fit and doesn't want to go out that easy. Okay. Now what we have is a bubble flare. If this end was to be with male nut, this is it, but this end we said will be here. We need to use double flare, so this means additional operation. Putting back again this tool without this small thing. I have it lubricated with oil from previous line I did, so it's okay. Everything is okay. Okay, let's do it. And I think that's it, doesn't need to go any further. And that's it, double flare. It looks okay to me. As I said, this is copper nickel, so I'm not worried about this clamping trace mark here. If it were steel, okay. And as I said, that's it. Now is the time to put the nut. Okay, and let's continue. So what I do next, obviously we need to make a turn. Let's first prepare approximately and then see. Okay. And we have approximately 180, 170. Okay, so the next step is to wind it in this direction. Usually mark it. So somewhere here. So it needs to go down. Sorry. But then get not pure. It's a little bit up like this. And we have more than something like this. Okay. This nut keeps falling out, so we don't want to forget about it. If you do your line without these ends, it's obviously wasted. You need to cut it and then risk being too short. Okay, at this stage, maybe it could be smart that we actually tighten one to the other. So what I will do is this. Take the tape. Okay, one here. And now let me show you how easy it's also to bend by hand. And in some cases maybe even better than using bending tool. Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe on this end to make it a little bit Okay, let's take off the tape. Now it's time to put the male nut. And do the flaring on this side. And as I said, bubble flare, only one step. And that's it.